This is the Aries November 2015 forecast. I will be combining your general as well as your love and partnership readings from now on into one long, more in-depth reading. We will start with your general forecast reading. And we'll select a guidance card for your challenge, guidance card for your next step, and a guidance card for the general reading. Right, Aries, let's see how you start your month. You start your month breaking free of something. So, I always call this the Christmas Day card. The beginning of November sees you breaking free of some kind of restriction or something that's held you back or held you down for a while now. You're finally able to break free of this. And this gives you that feeling of, well, freedom, doesn't it? But also of being able to then tackle new things, the energy and the enthusiasm to tackle new things. Your challenge is going to be be aware of the fact that you are being given the key or an indication or something which is important to your future. So you need to keep still for long enough so that you can see or pay attention or take note of when this comes in. So your guidance here is whatever it is will bring you peace in the future. It will bring you harmony in the future. It will bring equilibrium into your life in the future. So that is probably why you do need to take special note of whatever it is. Later in the month, you will find yourself with this newfound energy and enthusiasm, being able to create some wonderful things. So you're going to take that energy and that enthusiasm and you're going to manifest something really wonderful into your life. Okay? Earlier in the month, you're going to need to tap into that creativity and tap into it in all sorts of different forms. So, ask people, research the internet, read books, look at magazines, lie and daydream a while. Take a good look at what you like and how you like to do things and what resonates with you. Okay, so this is sort of almost an introspective time, but it has lots of enthusiasm involved in it. It's to find what really resonates with you. Your next step is going to be to not let yourself feel tied down. So if it is some big project or something that you really now want to go forward with, and you feel as if some aspects of you are still tied down, or possibly that now you've hit some kind of barrier, it's not true. It's not there. It's all in your mind, possibly because in the past you have felt this way. That first card, this breaking free of restriction card, means in the past you have felt restriction. When you do come up against some kind of obstacle, be aware of the fact that it is imagined, that it's very easy to break free of it. Okay? And your guidance here is that you are or have been on some kind of vision quest. In other words, you have been finding yourself. You've been finding your roots. You've been finding out who you are. These are not always easy, and they challenge you to the core usually. And the end result is also quite often a lot of conditioning that says, this is going to happen if I do that, and that's going to happen, and I know it very good. It's time to realize that this was just a learning curve for you, and that in the future, all that has happened does not necessarily apply. Okay? Your outcome will be, you will be loved and nurtured and taken care of by the people around you, by God, Spirit, Universe, whomever. So you end your month on a very nice note, on a wonderfully high note. Okay, and your overall guidance is that of volatility. So be aware of this. Possibly when you do hit a snag or perceived obstacle, you may feel the need to melt down a little. Don't do that, okay? Use that energy constructively. Go for a run, clean the house, help someone do something very physical, But be aware of the fact that you probably have built up a certain amount of, I can almost say, resentment if you have been tied down in the past. And that you probably need to release that now, release it constructively. Go to the gym, go for a run, whatever. Okay? So that is your general forecast reading for November, Aries. Now let's see what your love, relationship and partnerships have in store for you. Select a card that gives you your overall theme for your love, relationships and your partnerships in November. And then we will select a guidance card for your next step. And one for the overall reading. Let's see what your overall theme is. Your overall theme is that of storm fields, right? So this corresponds a little bit with your general forecast reading in that final guidance card of volatility. There is a bit of turbulence still in your life. You are now breaking free. That can also cause turbulence. So you're breaking the bonds that held you down, and that causes a little bit of chaos. The advice here is that sometimes chaos is necessary. Sometimes chaos clears away the debris, breaks the bonds. So don't overdo it, but be aware of the fact that a little bit of chaos is sometimes necessary. You start off your month with your partnerships and relationships having perhaps been your source of stability in this. Some partner or a lover, a friend, a business partner has been your safe harbor, your peace and your quiet for you through all this turbulence. And they are perhaps the person to turn to in the middle of this chaos to remind you of how far you've come. Okay, what you do know is you would now like to have that peace and quiet throughout the whole of your life. You want to feel at home in your life, you want to feel stable, you want to feel happy, and you want to feel comfortable. What you don't know is all that has happened has slowly but surely corroded a lot of your foundations in life. It's corroded maybe at your faith and your hope and your trust, possibly, at your stability. These things have eaten away at you, okay? And they are in relation to your partnerships and your relationships. So they've perhaps eaten away a bit at your partnerships and your relationships. Your next step is to become more social. So always when the going gets tough or when things have been difficult and we felt tied down, we do tend to sometimes go into a little bit of hermit mode and forget about our friends and the wider social circle. And the advice here, your guidance card says purification as well. So it's time to get back out there, to get back into contact with your friends, maybe into proper contact with your husbands, your wives, your lovers, your business partners. Get more sociable with them again. Take things to a more sociable, enjoyable level with them. Clean out all that bogged up, built up nonsense of the past. Your outcome will then be that you will receive something which makes you happy and shows you that you are appreciated, cared for, possibly even loved. Okay? And your overall guidance for this is activation. So that wind is blowing through your entire life, through your general life and your partnership life. It is cleaning out all the nonsense, all the things you don't need, all the redundant things are being blown out of the way. So make good use of that. Okay, so Aries, that is your November general as well as love and partnership reading for November 2015. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.